Do we hear someone?
Can you hear me? This is Lynette.
For our online audience, they're still trying to work through the technical issue.
The online audience can hear Lynette talking, if that's helpful at all.
I was going to say, am I able to join it by my phone and just put it up to the microphone? Or? If I join by my phone, will it work? John? Oh. I'm going to try to attempt to hold the phone up to the microphone. If I have feedback, I can repeat the questions as they're said. So if we want to continue ahead.
Hello, this is Lynette. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep, Lynette, we can hear you.
Okay. My address is 7287 Mayfair Street, Taylor, Michigan. My question is, do you know what's happening or what is going to happen to the Truman building or the high school building as of now when the new building opens for the high school?
So can you repeat the question?
I want to know what's going to happen. Lynette, was that your only question?
Yeah, I think that's right now just a question that I have is like a lot of the other questions were answered for me.
So just for everybody in the audience, so you know, the question was, what is going to happen with the current Taylor High School / Truman building?
Yeah. So right now what the district is doing is we are looking at proposals for what we could do to the building. We know that with the, there's a lot of feedback. It's like, we know that with moving middle schools to West and Kenyon instead of the current high school, we would still have to keep the pool at the Truman building, as that would be the only pool in the district that's operational for competition. That is because at the new high school, we wouldn't be getting a new pool. And so we know that we would have to preserve that part. We know that we're looking at preserving the gym portion of the building as well. That's because the proposed plan has our middle school athletic competitions taking place at the current high school, so they would be utilizing the gym, they would be utilizing the weight room, they'd be utilizing the baseball field, softball field, football field. Those would become our middle school athletic competition sites. The pool would be used by both middle school and high school. And then what we were looking at doing at West is a lot of those facilities would become then just the practice fields for the teams. So we would have a practice field for the football team. The gym at West would become the practice gym for the middle school teams, and then put a practice football field in the back, as well as we have the baseball and softball diamonds that need a little bit of TLC, but those would become the practice fields for those as well. And then at the rest, so current plan is to preserve at least the gym and the pool. Moving forward from there, we're looking at different ways we may be able to utilize that building or demolish parts of the building. I know Ms. Pat suggested something. It's definitely something that we're looking at. I know part of the proposal too was keeping both of the cafeterias too, so that on top of not only hosting our middle school athletics, it could also become an activity center. We know a lot of outside organizations utilize our spaces, specifically like Northline Church has their holiday party at our buildings. We know Special Olympics uses our gyms. We know that there's other community organizations that utilize our buildings, so we would center them around that building, so it'd be more of an activities / athletics building and complex. So that way it's more community draw-in and bought in.
Okay. Okay, I was just, we had a lot of people concerned about, like, even being said that they're growing the swim program and that all that was going to be, like, canceled, so that was a concern of mine. And then also, I just wanted to say I appreciate all of you guys and your candid nature of, like, coming out with things and talking with us. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. And was there a question prior to the last statement you just made? You were away from the board, so we weren't able to hear it.
No, I was just very concerned. There was a lot of people saying that the swim program is pretty much done at that point. And so I was just wondering what was happening to the pool. So I'm glad you're keeping it open. And that's it. And that I appreciate.
Okay. Thank you. We appreciate it. If we could go to the next one. Who's?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Emily Sexton. My address is 6445 Troy Street. I'd first like to thank the board and our superintendent for all the work you do in the district. Changes are not easy, and I know that there were some hard decisions that needed to be made. I am a parent in the district, and I'm also a teacher in the district. With that being said, in the last meeting, you mentioned that utilities would be moving over to Career Center North, and that it wouldn't affect the programs because they would be moving in the front section of the building. There are currently 3 other programs in that front section, including mine. There's also the gym, which is used by the POHI and CrossCat post-secondary programs, as well as JROTC. It's used for CPR training, out-of-district tours, meetings, PBIS celebrations. Is there a plan showing what areas of the building you would be occupying?
So, I just want to ask, is that all the questions?
That is all the questions I have, yes.
Okay. So as we've started to explore the move of the utility, we're looking at specifically what is the amount of space that they would need for the building. We know that they would be located on the main floor, and what we would do is we would try to open up the upstairs second floor for that to be the programs. We know that we just put the money into renovating that space, but as the plan has evolved, we're looking at making that more of a CTE space on that second floor for the programs to move towards.
So I'm not necessarily like a CTE program.
Are you part of the PACE program?
The adult transition program. Yep. That's located on the first floor.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what we would be doing specifically for the PACE program is we would be looking
It's not PACE.
Adult transition program.
PACE is at the high school.
Okay. Thank you for that correction. I appreciate it. So what we would be looking at for the adult transition program, we would be looking at finding and retrofitting that space to fit the needs within that first floor, and looking at the different programs that we would be able to place on that second floor of the Career Center North.
Okay, because we have the full kitchen and laundry and everything that we would need already there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi. Hi. Okay, I wasn't sure. All right, so my name is Dana Long. My address is 6147 Inkster Road in Taylor, Michigan. I just wanted to open up with, I'm a parent. I also work in the district. I just kind of wanted to address you guys because I had a few unanswered questions as well as concerns. So a few of them I'm going to start with. Johnson. So that's where I work. And the parking lot, we've been asking for that for many, many, many years. It is very small. I've been told Eureka Heights is much smaller. And so I'm just not sure how, if we do end up moving, how that's going to work out, considering we have a lot of staff members as well as our parents. They have to park. They cannot, just drop them off like other schools. So they're going to need extra parking for them because they have to literally get out of their cars, walk in, sign them in because of the students for their safety. So that was one kind of concern that I had, as well as the rooms, which have already been addressed. They're much smaller. I did want to point out that we do have pets. I'm sure you guys know that. But we would need room to store these as well as lay them out for the children to rest during their rest time throughout the day. And then I know you guys know there would be extensive renovations at both Johnson as well as Eureka Heights in order for it to occur because of the height difference and everything else. I know our principal, she's amazing, she's wonderful. She has had a whole list, and I know she's already kind of addressed these with you. So I just hope you are, taking these all into consideration. There's a few other things that is in regards to other schools. Hoover is another one. So with the fields, I know they have been sold off because I have family who lives in the area, who lives literally right across the street, and they protested it and it was sold. So I was wondering where the playground equipment would go if it was going to be, turned into an elementary school.